Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to talk about the one thing that I guess is kind of good about the packs that they dropped yesterday in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. I'm recording this technically on Wednesday, but y'all will see it on Thursday. And I think it's worth talking about. First and foremost, I will say Happy Thanksgiving. Hope y'all are having a good Thanksgiving for all my Americans out there. Just like myself, pre-recording this video in addition to probably every video today because of Thanksgiving. I'm going to spend it with my family. So make sure y'all stay off 2K. Go spend some time with your family and the people you love today. But point being, the packs that they dropped yesterday, as y'all can see, are they unfortunately were not just these storyline cards. In fact, they include most every other card, including season 1 cards as well, not just season 2. So guys like LeBron, Scottie Pippen, Chris Mullins, Zion, whoever else was also from season 1 are included in this pack. So this is a super pack with basically every single card that's been released in packs in the game, pretty much, I believe. Maybe not every single one, but I know it's got at least a lot of them, if not most of them. It's not every single one, though, I will say. But point being, the packs, I think, have dropped the market pretty dramatically, honestly. The market is in a lower state than I think it's been in quite a long time. And if you are looking to add top tier guys, they're all more affordable than they've ever been because there's a lot of them on the auction house, and it's really, regardless of who you want to pick up, whether you want a big man, you got guys like Embiid and Akeem who are going to be cheaper than they have been. I mean, Akeem was easily over 500k MT. He's a bit cheaper now. Embiid, you can probably get for 300,000 MT and even less. Top tier diamonds like Jaren Jackson Jr., for example, going for less than 200k MT easily at this point. I mean, significantly cheaper than he has been. Paulo Banchero, same thing. He was 500k a couple days ago. Now you can get him for around 300. This is the best spot for sure to buy because super packs dropped the market a little bit already, but then they dropped these packs, which basically doubled as another super pack. And while it's garbage, I mean, I give 2K credit. It worked. They got people to buy these packs today with the new cards that they put in packs, and it did drop the market of a lot of these old cards too because of how rare the new cards are. Now, clearly, the new cards are not getting pulled very much. They are very rare. They almost don't exist on the auction house. But the old cards got pulled. It does seem like a pretty decent amount. So regardless of who you're looking to add, now is probably the time to try to do so. I mean, I say that Wemby is still going to be very expensive, clearly. In fact, I think Wemby is the exception to this. Wemby and Dr. J, I think, are the two guys who are kind of the exception to this. I think their price is almost drop proof at this point because they're so good at their positions and they're going to continue to be the best options at the positions for the foreseeable future in all likelihood. But for most other cards, their prices dropped today and they became a bit more attainable, kind of regardless of who you wanted to pick up. And I think that overall, that's pretty cool. Like, I think that's good for the game overall. It does mean that your MT will probably stretch a bit further. And regardless of the position that you want to pick up or the type of card you want to get, there are going to be more of them today and they are going to be cheaper. For example, a lot of the cheaper diamonds. Corey Maggette is 37k now, y'all. 35k. Like, this card was 100k a couple days ago. Oh my goodness, he's 30k. The price on some of these cards has dropped so much, like especially the diamonds. They're so affordable now. Like, you can get these guys super duper cheap. And that's the one good thing right now about all these super packs and all this stuff is that it has dropped the price of so many of these cards. Now, I wish obviously that the storyline diamonds were easier to get and were cheaper. That would be cool because it sucks that those cards are so unattainable. But all the other diamonds, I mean, regardless of who you want, have dropped in price a lot. A lot of the pink diamonds have dropped in price. So if there is a card that you have been wanting to get for a while and you haven't been able to get, now is the time because they will now be likely cheaper than they've ever been. And that pretty much goes, it seems like, across the board for all of these diamonds and pink diamonds besides like literally the top couple cards. I mean, even a Zach LaVine, he's probably more. Yeah, there's way more LaVines and he's significantly cheaper as well. I mean, I guess there's only 4 on the auction house, but he's also a lot cheaper. Not totally sure why all these cards are so much cheaper, especially the guys who aren't like getting pulled super duper often, but you can, it seems like, get a decent discount on the vast majority of these cards if you want to pick up guys for your team. And it really doesn't matter who it is as well. Everybody's cheaper. Solid diamonds going for 30 something thousand MT. Definitely think that it's becoming easier to build a good lineup that can compete, but at the same time, the top tier cards are still going to maintain their prices for the most part. And I mean, that's still the one thing that is a positive about this, being that the market has dropped, is not enough to excuse all of the other problems that have happened this season, and how much of a disaster this season has been, and also how bad this MyTEAM festival is. I mean, This would have been so much easier to execute effectively if they had wanted to. Like, all they had to do to execute this My Team Festival effectively was make it to where it was actually an event where you were grinding for something guaranteed, not just grinding for random ball drops and event packs that suck and don't have any sort of extra stuff. There's no exchange. There's no grindable content. You basically just have 10 grindable challenges with these storyline cards. And like, I mean, if you saw my video, I got 10 rubies and below. Like, you're not going to get anything good out of that. There's just nothing to do in the game right now. And that's the most unfortunate part, because they drop a Thanksgiving event and there's nothing good about it. Nothing guaranteed whatsoever in terms of good content. And it just looks like we're going to be here for the foreseeable future. I mean, but how much y'all want to bet? Black Friday, they're going to drop special offers of stuff. It's going to cost money. And anything that's really good is going to cost money. But there's going to be these really good special offers to try to bait people to spend money. But nothing good for the no money spent community, nothing earnable. Like, it's just a disastrous game and a really bad state for the game to be in right now. And it takes away from the positive of anything like this. But like I said, I mean, your MT will definitely stretch a lot longer than it would have here even just a few days ago. I mean, let's just go in here and let's look at the price of diamonds, because there are so many good diamonds at this point. They're going to be in that 50,000 MT price point. I mean, look how cheap these cards are. 17,000 MT for some of these. Some of these diamonds, by the way, are pretty good. Like, not all of them, but some of them are really, really solid. Danny Green's less than 50K by a decent chunk by now. Doug Christie is too. Jalen Williams is. Michael Cooper. I mean, variety of good cards. DeJounte Murray is 67K, 57K. Wow, he's dropped in price a bunch. Yeah. There's a market drop, 100%. And it seems like it's applying even more to the diamonds than it is to the pink diamonds. But the pink diamonds as well are definitely a good chunk cheaper right now. And so if there are top tier cards that you've been wanting to add to your team, or budget cards, you now have even more options in that category for budget cards for sure. And a lot of top tier diamonds that are much more achievable, and even top tier pink diamonds that are still going to be more attainable here for the community now, which is good. It's good. Now, obviously, that's not saving the game and taking away all the issues that the game mode has, and certainly doesn't fix the fact that this event sucks and that things are just still really, unfortunately, not going well for this game. But it is nice to see the auction house becoming more populated with good cards that are cheaper, and that will help a bit when it comes to the no money spent community on this game. Unfortunately, I don't believe that it's good enough, though. And if things don't change, I mean, obviously, I'm recording this video on Wednesday. Maybe we'll get some good grindable stuff on Thursday for Thanksgiving. Maybe we'll get a good locker code. We'll see. But if we do, I'll make a video on it. Otherwise, well, I will not be surprised to be disappointed. Let's just put it that way. Hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.